Hello, 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 ladies and gentlemen, and welcoming you all to what is sure to be a spectacle here in Tier 2 of FormulaOCE. We have a full grid of 20 drivers competing today, with four reserves. We also have a couple of Tier 1 drivers trying out to the lower tier because they haven't been going so well over at Tier 1, so they've jumped over here, and they're going to be testing out the waters today to see if their pace is better matched to Tier 2. But as we are quite used to at this stage, or this moment in time, in Tier 2, that is, the Ferrari of Crack Lunan out on track first. Let's get the data all up. We don't need that for now. Everyone, you'd think, will be on those soft tyres now, looking to see how they go. Is absolutely flying on the outlet. Which one is that? It's going to be Pinju, one of the Tier 1 drivers testing out the waters here in Tier 2 today. And also the team principal of Haas, absolutely sending it through the final couple of corners. Very easy to invalidate around this track. As we know, the curbs, you've got to use them, but sometimes you can use too much of them. Let's watch on board here with the Tier 1 driver braking around just after the 100 metre board. Sorry, my mind's in F2 cars still. Now DRS open up through the gears through turn 2, which isn't a corner. Braking after the 100 metre board. Oh, he nearly invalidated there on the entry. Very easy to lose the rear on the exit there. Pinju opting to use 4th gear. DRS wide open. Braking just after the 100 metre board again. The first 3 braking zones at this track are all very, very, very similar. Now, up through the gears again, braking after the 100 metre board. Pinju chucking the car in at the left. Braking at the left, just at the end of that escape road, getting very close to invalidating. Easy to lose the car there on that curb. 2 corners to go now for Pinju. Braking after the 50, chucking it in. Oh, that's very nicely done there by Pinju. Oh, he's going to invalidate the final corner. No, he's not. He gets away with it. And it's going to be a 1 minute 4.8 for Pinju. Crack Lunan with a 1 minute 5.2. As one of the alphas is going to start a lap. Paddy Crow, we'll come back to him a little bit later on. It's Dutchy starting a lap. What about the Alpha Tauri? That's War Machine, the reserve Tier 3 driver. He's going to come across the line. It's at a 1 minute 6.7. What's one of the Alpha Tauri? It's going to be Kubistic. Doesn't set the lap. He's also reserving today in that Aston Martin. Beautiful car, by the way. Extraordinary. JTM does a 29.0. Must have had a little bit of a spin or abandoned that lap. Full stop. Here we go. Oxygen Thief. Last round's race winner. Obviously, I did miss last week. I apologise. I was watching the football with family and stuff. But Oxy, he's not quite going to go to the top. He's going to go 1 minute 5.1. It's a good lap. What about Paddy Crow? Is also starting a lap now. Paddy Crow in the Alfa Romeo. Final corner, very easy to invalidate there. DRS open up to the line. It's a good lap, a 1 minute 5.5 for Paddy. He may need to improve on that, but maybe not at the same time. RRL Dutchy now, guy who has been on a roll so far this season. He's invalidated his first lap, so he's going to need to go again at least once. Is the Flying Dutchman. Notorious goes 5th with a 1 minute 6.5. That's not enough. And go to spin. The championship leader has binned it, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my god. 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 Sorry to anyone using headphones. I highly apologise for that. I'm so sorry to anyone using headphones. The championship leader will be starting P20. It's like real life Russian GP. Oxy, top of the leaderboard. 1 minute 4.7, a nice lap from him. Bremer's had a spin. Would only be fast. And Kruder's crashed as well! Kruder is out, ladies and gentlemen. He's crashed on the straight. He set a 1 minute 5.6 and then crashed on the straight. Oh, it's really quite a shame there. Paddy also improves to 1 minute 5. It's all going down here. Dutchy's finally going to settle up here this time. Watch out for Kruder. Oh! Dutchy sets 1 minute 5 flat. Victorious is going to go ahead and improve. Oh, he has so much faith in the dosing system on this game. Oh my god. Oh, I can't believe the championship leader is out. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Holy shit. Oh, Bremer's off the track again. It's Urban starting the lap. One of the Reds. Oxy, is he going to be on the lap? No, he's not on a lap. What about the McLaren? Neither of them are on a lap. What about the Merc? Urban. JTM. It could be JTM. See? Is it JTM? No, it's not. He's also invalidated. Off remote. Paddy Crow. Is he on a lap? No, he's like 5 seconds down this time. Dutchy. Could be on another one here. In the Aston Martin, sorry. Oh, that's going to be invalidation. Surely not quite there. Just got to be careful here. Dutchy using a lot of the curb. He's going to invalidate at the final corner. That'll be at this and next lap. And that could be the last we see of Dutchy because he set a reasonable time. There's another car off. I think that's one of the McLarens. I think that was Fanatical off the track. Looking for a Merc. It's JTM. Is he going to come in? No, he's staying out again. Doesn't want to invalidate here this and next. Doesn't, so that's very nicely done there. I've forgotten to put it in the... Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, just watching on board here with JTM. He hasn't invalidated just yet. I've just forgotten to put the thing in the thing. Alright, JTM set a 1 minute 5.1. That's a pretty good lap there from him. The times are going to be very close here, you expect. On a short track like this. Times are going to be dropping quickly. Storm is going again here. The McLaren team principal, Paddy Crow's going to bring it on into the pits now. But the championship leader, sorry, I'm not going to get over this. The championship leader, Goats for Life, is out. Didn't set a lap. Crashed at the final corner, I believe. Which is very easy to do in these Formula 1 cars. Loses the rear, and that's the end. Crack, not good enough to improve this time. What about War Machine? No, doesn't improve. Alright, what about the Williams, the team principal Fries? He's missed a couple of races so far this season. He's looking to get back on track, and he sets a 1 minute 6.0. That's not good enough. Mukping, however, does a 1 minute 5.1. That's a much better lap there from Mukping. Looking very strong at the moment in that Williams. He's had a very good start to the season so far. For Urban, he's going to be the next one to set across the line, but he's going to bring it into the pits. Storm's on a lap. He's up by 2/10 here. This could be a new fastest lap of the session. It's going to be a 1 minute 4.5 for Storm Hutto in qualifying number 1. A very good lap there for Storm. He can bring it onto the pits, look after the car, and well and truly be through. Kodia doesn't improve this time. What about Crack Loonan? He's up by 2/10. 1 corner to go. Don't invalidate. Oh, pushing the limits of the track there. And across the line, a 1 minute 5.0. Nice lap there from Crack. One of the Red Bulls. That'll be Oxy starting a lap, as well as War Machine or Ozvox across the line again. It would have been War Machine. Is this Frizy going again? He's 7/10ths up. This is a better lap here from Frizy. It's still not good enough though. 1 minute 5.4. That won't be good enough to get him through. You wouldn't think. I'm not sure how many minutes to go. I will update you very shortly. Ozvox is invalidated. Storm is not going again. What about Kodia? Is he pushing? Let's have a look. No, he's invalidated this one. What about Crack? Is he on one? Crack's down by 4.5 tenths. You wouldn't think he'd be able to bring that back through final few corners. Bremer sitting in 5th at the moment, doing a very, very nice job indeed. War Machine 4/10ths down. He's going to need to find a lot. That's an invalidation though. And that's not how you find a lot of time, unfortunately. He's still going to need to improve. He's invalidated, although he was a 10th up, so that's a real shame there for the Williams team principal. He's going to continue to butcher those tyres. 6.5 minutes to go. Doggies are in front, says Mr. Cahoots. I don't watch the AFL, but anyone watching the stream that does watch the AFL, there you go, the Doggies are in front. Ozvox taking it very cautiously there through the final corner, and it's just not going to be enough. 5/10th improvement, but he's going to need to find at least another half a second, you'd think, to be up there and on the pace. Cubistic going to start a lap now. What about Fanatical? He's on a lap. Pushing quite hard is Fanatical. It's been a decent lap here. It's going to be 1 minute 4.6, and that puts him second with a McLaren 1-2 here at the moment. Oxygen Thief looking to spoil the party. He's not going to be able to do it, but Bremer, can he spoil the party? No, he's invalidated as well. Muckping's in the pits, so that's going to be Frizy coming through the final corner. Is he up? No, he's invalidated as well. Paddy Crow next across the line. He hasn't invalidated. Is he up though? That's the main thing. He's not going to improve this time. He's going to need to go again here. 5-1 is going to be very close to the cutoff. Pinju is on another lap in the Haas. Everyone will be looking to find tenths and hundredths here as we get down to the nitty-gritty of this first qualifying session. It's going to be very, very close. Only a second between the top 14. Funky's invalidated. Dutch is on an outlap, so we're going to go to the Ferraris. Notorious is also on an outlap. What about Fanatical? He's 10 seconds down, although he does look to be setting up for another lap. What about Bremer? He's invalidated. The car's continuously circling here. Normally we get a breath to just see what's going on, but at the moment it is chaos on track with drivers on there 24/7 at the moment. Let's watch Paddy Crow. Can he improve? Doesn't look like he's going, just not quite fast enough at the moment. It doesn't improve again. 10th down. Paddy is destroying those tyres and not improving. Pinju has invalidated. And I would just like to inform everyone, all the Tier 2 drivers are having a massive sook about Pinju being here. And 4 of them have beat him. And the other Tier 1 driver has crashed, so he won't be a factor. Urban invalidates the final corner. That's a real shame for him. What about Kubistic? Can he improve? No, he won't. He's invalidated. What about Dutch? He's missed the apex by a country mile there. And somehow hasn't invalidated though. And might slightly improve. Yeah, oh, he goes to the top. Does RRL Dutchy 1 minute 4.4. First one we've seen into the 4s. A very nice lap there from him. Alright, what about Notorious? What can he do? He's invalidated. That's a shame. About Bremer. He's also invalidated. These guys really struggling on the track limits at the moment. JTM set a lap. It's good enough for P9. A very, very nice lap there indeed. Paddy Crow in the pits. He's not going to be able to improve anymore. You wouldn't really think, I don't think. Kodia starting a lap now. As well as War Machine also going to start a lap. Pinju going to be the one to cross the line next to set a lap. Although he's invalidated again. These guys really just pushing a little too hard here at the moment now. and costing themselves a lot of time in the warnings, and also tyre wear is going to be a huge factor as you get into the 3 or 4 lap old tyres. Let's have a look. Yeah, we've got some drivers out there on 3, just the worst. Paddy's been on those tyres for 6 laps. God damn. No wonder he wasn't improving. Break here, Kubistic, Flunky's not going to improve again, man. These guys really just struggling to execute when it matters. What about Bremer? He's 6/10 down. That won't be an improvement. What about JTM? He's up by a little bit. Mercedes driver. Oh, and he's going to invalidate at the second last corner. And he could still be fairly tight on getting through at the moment. Crack on an outlap. Notorious though. He's on a lap, but he's 17 seconds down. That won't be an improvement. What about War Machine? Is he up? Oh, it looks like it could be an improvement here for War Machine. It's going to be an improvement of 5/10, but it's going to keep him in P19 for the time being. No one looks to be improving. Pinju's into the pit lane. JTM, no, we want the other one. Urban Growth. He's 3/10 up. That could be enough to get him out here. Only just, but it could be enough. He's going to improve by 2.6 and knock Kurtakama down to 16th at the moment, but he's still the man that everyone is aiming to beat now. Both Astons opting the pit on this lap. Crack Boone on a 10th down through the first sector. Dutchy retires in the pit lane. He's a 10th up through the second sector split. Let's watch for Crack. He doesn't invalidate there, using a lot of the curve though. That probably cost him a little bit of time. 2 corners to go here for Crack Bloon, and does well there. That's very wide. Doesn't invalidate though. And does well through the final corner up to the line. It's going to be a fairly decent lap for Cracker. 1 minute 4.8. P5, he's well and truly through now. You'd think the times are going to begin to tumble now as drivers set their final laps. Paddy Crow on an outlap as well. Cosfox also starting a lap. I'm not sure how much time we've got left in this session. War Machine has parked it on the apex of turn 1. Get out of the way, Paddy Crow's coming. Watch out, War Machine. Your teammate's coming now. Oh god, that's chaos down there at turn number 1. As Muckping's going to put it up into P5, that'll get him through. But watch these times tumble now, ladies and gentlemen. Frizy is retired, I believe. No, that's got to be a crash. Is it? Hold on, we've got to check this. Sorry. No, he's just retired in the pit lane. Urban Growth also going to go ahead and retire now. On my screen, the timing is over, but oh, and now the session has ended. So we have about half the lobby still yet to set their final laps. Notorious. We'll come back to him. Crack Boonen has invalidated, so he won't improve on his best lap time. Oxy throwing it through the second last corner, using all the exit curve and invalidating with that. What about Paddy Crow? Is he invalidated? No, he hasn't. He's 2.5 tenths up as well. This could well and truly ensure his spot in qualifying number 2, and it will at 1 minute 4.9 P11. Still could be slight. There is Osfox doesn't improve. Notorious won't improve, so he's out. War Machine, the only one that can do it, and he's 27 seconds down, so that is qualifying 1 over. We have both AlphaTauris out in qualifying 1, as well as Notorious, Kurtakama, and your championship leader, Goats for Life. As Mike Bing, if you're watching the stream, man, you just hit retire so we can get on with the show. But what a start. There we go, we're finally going to go ahead and get all that done with. But there we go, Dutchy going to take the top position here in the first round, and you can just see how close the times are. 0.02 between the top 2. And that is what it's going to come down to, especially as we get into Q3. 1.7 separating the top 19 as Goats didn't set a lap, but only 1.074 separating everyone else there. Now, the surprise ones are Cruder and Goats. Obviously, you'd expect Cruder out, the T1 driver, and then Goats, the championship leader, having a crash. Both of them crashing at the same spot, and then you've got War Machine and Oz Vox. Both having a bit of a... just not quite having the pace at the moment, as well as Notorious. Urban Growth gets very lucky there, getting through by, well, technically 4/10, but, you know, less than, or just over a tenth to Cruder. But we're going to have 15 drivers in the next session. Frizy also very close to being knocked out. But the retirement in the end was the smart strategy. 5/10 between the top 12. That is staggering there. Obviously people aren't readying up. Lots of drivers in the 104 8s and 9s. That's where the times are going to be. And Frizy's really got to pull a bag out of the hat here. Grab it out of the hat. Not looking too good on pace here, but as we know, Frizy is much better in the race. As we are now waiting, and the countdown begins. But McLaren 2-3 looking very nice with a Red Bull 4th and 10th, I think that was for Bremer. Bremer doing very nicely here in Tier 2. He's a Tier 3 driver. We got 3 Tier 3 drivers racing today. Bremer, War Machine and Cubistic. And they're all holding themselves up pretty well, if you ask me. Now this is where the tyre will be important in seeing what tyres people opt for. Crack's already put the mediums on. Oxy's put the mediums on, as well as Storm and Paddy and Fanatical. Wouldn't be surprised if they all at least do a lap on the mediums, because they are the preferred tyre to start on around here. You can do the two-stop. The two-stop is faster if you're just doing lap after lap after lap, but that doesn't factor in safety cars and penalties and traffic and all of that. And the Ferrari out first again, Crack Lunan, as per usual. Everyone opting to come out, or pretty much everyone opting to come out straight away. Some on the soft, some on the medium. Pinju on the medium, Frizy, Pinju on the soft, as well as Frizy. Interesting there from the Tier 1 driver opting for the soft compound. Not feeling too confident on those medium tyres. Bremer also on the softs. That's not so surprising, the Tier 3 driver. Fanatical on the mediums, that's a good call from him. Purex again, the one to go the softs. He did that, I think, 2 rounds ago, where he opted for the softs. But yeah, majority of the rest of the people are going to the mediums at the moment. Still a few drivers in the pits, obviously. Oh, Pinju nearly lost that. But as we start this session, Bremer's off the track already. As we start this session, let's go on board, ladies and gentlemen, with a lap here for Frizy. Through turn 1, that was very nicely done there from Frizy. Now up through the gears, DRS obviously going to be enabled. Now through turn 2, which is not much of a corner, just sets up turn 3, which you brake very, very late, later than you could expect, and probably you can always brake a little later than you are braking. Up through the gears again now, that acceleration zone is very, very difficult at times. Now turn 4, just after the 100-meter board again, very late apex as well. Up through the gears again, that's what this track is, brake, accelerate, after the 50-meter board now, chuck it in as hard as you can, get that late apex, carry the highest minimum speed you can. Now through 7, and then 8, 2 corners to go. Very easy to invalidate on these next 2 corners. Let's see how Frizy goes, chucking it in 6th gear. Opting for 4 through the final corner. Not quite as committed as you could, but he's on the soft tyres, and it's only going to be good enough for a 1 minute 7.1. And that is definitely not going to be enough for Frizy to get through. Fanatical goes to the top 1 minute 4.9 on the mediums. A very nice up there as well. Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, he wasn't the mediums. So 1 minute 4.4 for Pinjo on the softs. Crack Blunan 1 minute 5.1 on the mediums. And Paddy's done a 5.2 on the mediums. As the drivers, most of the drivers coming towards the line now. Mike Peng across the line. What is it? It's 1 minute 4.9. He's on the softs though. So interesting how many drivers are opting for those soft tyres. Kubistic will start his lap. What about the Red Bull team principal? Chucking it in there. Up through the gears, DRS open. It's a good lap from Oxy. 1 minute 4.8 on the mediums. Oxygen Thief looking just as good as he did in France, maybe even better. This is another one of his good tracks. Maybe. I think we got a spinner. Oh, as far as he had a spin. Surely not. Paddy has gone again, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to improve, I think. Yeah, only slightly though, by a 10th, but as we know, at this track, 1/10 can make a massive difference. Let's go on board with Pinju. He's going to bring it into the pits. Never mind. JTM's through the final corner. It's a good lap from him. A 1 minute 4.9. JTM, where does that come from? Muckthing, I think. Someone just chucked it up in a good position there. What about Dutchy? He's in the pits, so it's going to be his teammate Kubistic. Up to 8th, 1 minute 5.2. A good lap there from him. Kubistic, as always, showing what he can do and showing what he can do well. Fanatical in the lane. What about Paddy? Is he pushing again? 7/10 down the first sector, would think maybe not. Yeah, 2 seconds down there. That's definitely not a push for him. Now we are looking for Bremer. He hasn't invalidated so far. On the very edge through these last couple of corners now. Let's see how he does it. After the 50, chuck it in. Oh, very nicely done there from Bremer. Oh, awesome job there from ex-Bremer 07. The Tier 3 driver's going to put it in P3. 1 minute 4.8 on 3 lap old softs. You probably want to improve on that time just to make sure he doesn't start on that many lap old tyres. Because trust me, 3 lap old softs at the start of the race aren't going to be nice to him. But Purex goes P4 in front of him at 1 minute 4.8 as well. Storm Hutto is going to have an invalidate at turn 8. The McLaren team principal, so a lot of team principals here in Tier 2. Actually, how many is there? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 out of the 6 are in this tier. So pretty impressive actually, though, to be honest. As well as, oh well, Kruder's here too, so that's 5. Obviously Kruder is not in the Alfa Romeo normally, he's normally in that Mercedes. But both his drivers are here, so he had to go in a different car to trial himself. And he hasn't managed to do anything too good. So he'll be looking to improve for sure. What Haas are we looking at? Oh, Purex. So, different to Q1 for sure, is that people are opting to do a lap, come in, put some freshies on, go again. Very, very interesting. Paddy Crow is the man to beat at the moment at 1 minute 5.1. He's only 200ths behind Crack. So the times are very close here. Storm Hutto, P3, a very nice lap there. And he's so very close to its JTM. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll give you an all sounds lap on board here with Crack Blunan as he looks to improve on these medium tyres. Enjoy the sound. Oh dear, Crack has nearly had a huge one there, ladies and gentlemen, and unfortunately he couldn't quite hang on to it. So might just have to come in for a new set of softs, but I think he might be going again. Very interesting there. But let's have a quick look at the standings after France. As we know, Oxy took the win over there. Let's watch someone else. Let's watch the Red Bull of X-Prema on his lap while I have a chat to you about the standings. The driver's standings is currently led by Goats, but the lead has been, well, lowered quite significantly, down to only 14 points now, as Oxy, as we know, won France in stylistic fashion. Dutchy in third, he didn't race last week, so he's 30 points behind Oxygen Thief. And a further, and then he is 44 points behind Goats, so a long way back there. Dutchy Muckping fourth with 47, and Elong fifth after a good result last time out, getting third and the fastest lap. He's sitting on 46 points, so that's your top five. Two Red Bulls, crucially, they're in the top five, if you guys didn't know that. But last race we had something significant happen in the constructors standings. We had Red Bull retake the lead of the constructors standings with almost a perfect weekend. They missed out on 3 points because Elong finished third and not second, but they had the fastest lap, a first and a third, with 41 points. A very, very good round for them last time out. But Alpine, 14 points. That was damage limitation for them. And they are only 4 points behind Red Bull coming into this round. And then there's a massive drop back to Aston Martin and Williams. As we see Frizy come across the line, it's an improvement. It's a 1 minute 5.8, but he's still 7/10 off getting through. Dutchy out there in the mediums as well. We'll keep an eye on that. Kodia coming through the final sector now. It's very wide there at turn 9. He's missed that apex too. Kodia missing all the apexes here at the moment. And it's good enough for P8 though. But that final sector definitely has a lot of time in it. If he wishes to find it, Bremer goes to P2 while 1 minute 4.6. The Red Bull showing his true colours here in Tier 2. Now what can Frizy do? He's up by 2/10. He's made a mistake there at turn 8. Now can he get that time back at turn 9? Muckping, what is he doing? Nearly blocking his teammate and team principal. It's not going to be good enough still for Frizy. However, he does. No, he stays 13th. So that's a bit of a shame there for the Williams team principal. Just lacking a little bit of pace here at the moment in qualifying number 2. 3 minutes to go, ladies and gents. And expect a lot of drivers to come out on those softs. Kodia into the pits. Pinshu has retired already, which I didn't see till just now. Sorry about that one, guys. That's interesting that he's done that. Paddy Crow up by a 10th and a bit. That'll be good enough to get him into the top 10. Just, I think. Maths might be off there a little bit, but, you know, fuck it. 1 corner to go, he's done that quite well. Took a lot of apex curve there, did Paddy, and it's going to be good enough at P8, 1 minute 4.8, so he's borderline there. Don't know if that'll be quite enough to get him through. As you can see, the times are just so close at the moment. I couldn't really tell you what the cut-off lap time is if you asked. So, there's that. The line now, start another lap. Crack Bluenham up by nearly 2/10 through the first sector. Looks pretty good here through the second sector. He's 3.5 up. This could be a very, very good lap here for... Oh, he's invalidated! No! Turn 8 and Crack has invalidated. That's a real shame there for the Ferrari driver. looked on for probably close to a top 5. But is Paddy Crow up on his lap? No, he's in the pits. So that could be session over for Paddy if he doesn't get in and out. It probably is session over. By the looks of that, Storm Hutto is retired. Purex has invalidated at the second last corner. Pretty good chance he may have got a this and next there. JTM retiring. We've got it. 4 drivers retiring. Paddy Crow also retiring. They won't be able to get in and out again. So he's banking on that lap, getting him through. Can Urban do anything about Paddy Crow? No, we can't. Only good enough for 14th at the moment. That'll be session over for him. Alright, we want an Aston. We've got the wrong Aston. RRL Dutchy. Nope, he's done. So will Cottier get around in time? Checkered flag hasn't dropped as of yet. And Fanatical's just got a this and next lap, so that'll be session over for the McLaren driver. Wow, that's insane. Cottier's in the pits. Dutchy's retired. Oxy has had to let the Ferrari go at the final corner. And he's going to go P10 as crack, so he did end up improving. But he's on 2-lap old softs, and that's not really what you want. Frizy on an outlap as well. Interesting to see if he gets through. The top 8 other than Oxy are done. So, very interesting there. It's across the line. Urban won't improve. The Aston, however, is very, very close to the back of the... And Cottier hasn't got across the line. Neither is Frizy. Frizy P15. Oh! Fanatical's had a huge crash. Doesn't really matter because he invalidated anyway, but oh, that's a huge crash and he's only going to be, at best, P12. And a massive crash there for the McLaren driver who is underperforming so far here in qualifying. Very careful not to re-enter here in front of the Ferrari. He does a good job of that. Can Crack improve? Oh, that must have been extremely close to an invalidation. He's going to improve slightly, you'd think. No, he doesn't. P10. It is for the Ferrari. Fanatical won't improve. He's done. What about Cubistic and Urban? Cubistic's on 3, or what will be 4-lap old mediums. Urban's on the softs. Looks like Cubistic's going faster than Urban because he wasn't this close at the start of the lap. Is it going to be enough? It is going to be enough! Cubistic through into Q3 on medium tyres. A very, very nice lap there from the Aston Martin driver. Reserving here in tier number 3. And we have 2 tier 3 drivers, I believe. Let me just make sure. 2 tier 3 drivers in qualifying number 3. Well done, lads. Crack, Blunen, Cottier, Fanatical, Urban Growth, and Frizy out in qualifying number 2. And that's your top 10, ladies and gentlemen. 2 Haas's, 2 Mercedes, 2 Astons, 2 Red Bulls. So, not many constructors making it in, to be honest. We have 1 Mercedes, 1 McLaren, 1 Alfa Romeo, and 1 Williams. And that makes up your top 10. Is that 4? Yes, 4 of the top 10 on the softs, and 6 on the mediums. And it continues to be dry here in qualifying number 3 in the Styrian Alps. Styrian Alps? Is it the Styrian Alps or is it just Styria? I don't know. Styrian Mountains or is it Styrian Alps? Frizy spitting chips again. Oh, I don't know if he'll be spitting chips. I think that's about where his pace is. Maybe a little higher than that. But we know Frizy's better in the race. He'll be looking to come back strong, given he doesn't DNF. Looks like Pinju's going to be the first one out, so ladies and gentlemen, I'll be back in 5, or in a few seconds actually, it won't be 5 minutes. And you'll be able to watch Pinju for the time being. I apologise profusely. Sorry, ladies and gents. Dutchy got pole! Sorry, guys. Sorry. Alright, ladies and gents, I apologise, but we'll go through the running order now. Pinju in P2, overtaking Dutchy on... Why are we going 3 wide? Let's sort it out. Kubistic got 4th, the Tier 3 driver. Doing bits at Aston Martin. Muck Ping in 5th, Purex 6th. Nice performance there from him in the Haas. He'll be looking to get his first points of the season. It's JTM, the other Tier 3 driver. Oh, actually... No, sorry, he's Tier 2. My apologies. He moved up. Oh, I forgot. I agree, Winter. Thank you very much, man. Storm, or Strom, as he is sometimes known. P8, Paddy P9, and Bremer bringing up the back of the field in the top 10. Crack Lunan, the first driver on strategic pole from Kodia, from Fanatical, from Urban Growth, from Frizy, from Crew to Come, who's looking to prove himself here. Notorious, Ozvox, War Machine, who's ahead of Ozvox, and Goats for Life, the championship leader, starting from last, doing a Max Verstappen that we will see tomorrow. And to be honest, for Australia, it is at a reasonable hour. 10 PM is the start. Brilliance, in my opinion. Needs to be more of it. Anyway, the Flying Dutchman is pulling up to the pole position. It's not the first time we've seen him this far up, and no doubt it won't be the last. But here we go. We're getting ready for 5 red lights. 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights, ladies and gentlemen. And away we go for round 7 of the Tier 2 Championship. We got the Mercedes was so close there. We've got Pinju holding P2. Is everyone surviving? It's chaos back here. It's absolute chaos at the back. Kuruda's dropped backwards. We got a Red Bull going forwards. They're 4 wide. Paddy Crow going 4 wide there. Oh, we got an Aston around. Let's Alpine around, sorry, as well as a McLaren of Kodia and Fanatical going wide in turn 3. That was never going to work for anyone there. Domestic and Purex trying to fight for P5. What a hectic start. Pretty much clean, other than that 4 wide moment. Purex P6. Putting a lot of pressure on Kubistic. That could be a warning. We got Fanatical off the track. Is that damage for the McLaren? It is. That's massive damage on the McLaren. What about Kodia? We're just going to quickly check this. We got issues for one of the Haas drivers into the pits. Kodia looks good. Pinju's out, ladies and gents. Pinju is out on the first lap of the Austrian Grand Prix. Crew to Karma has got a 5-second time penalty. And Pinju DNFs on the first lap. Purex in the pits, getting a nose change. So Haas is in the wars here at the start. Fanatical getting a nose cone change. He's getting saved by, I believe, is a safety car, maybe virtual. I'm not sure, the game's not telling me. Let's see if we pause it. Will it be fixed? No, it won't. I believe it's virtual. I don't see the safety car on the track. Broken Reptile saying what we were all thinking in the chat. That's funny as. So the virtual safety car out here in Tier 2 on the second lap. 3 drivers with penalties already. 5 seconds for Cruder and Notorious and 10 seconds for Notorious. We've got a couple of drive-throughs, one for War Machine and one for Purex, so real shame there for those drivers. Get away. But Dutchy holds the lead crucially from Oxy, from its JTM, from Cubistic, from Bremer. Your top 6 are closely matched, but a big gap back to the McLaren. And we've got multiple drivers in on the restart. We've got War Machine, Cruder in, as well as Hayes Purex. So big shame for Purex. He looked on for some points today, but it is a long race. Purex is going to get a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pits. It goes from bad to worse for the Haas team in Tier 2. Still the only team yet to score points. I'm 99% sure. Let me double check that. No, they have scored points. I lied. 16 of them, in fact. As the top 3 are very closely matched, we've got a battle here at the back. Goats already up in a P10. He's battling for P9. Crack turns in. That was very close to catastrophe for the championship leader, who has got to fight all the way back from last. He's currently P10. He's done an awesome job here at the start. Already inside the points. A long race still to go. 33 laps as Dutchy sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix with your first full lap of green flag running. Paddy Crow putting Storm Pato under some immense pressure on these soft tyres. That's a shite camera angle game. There we go. That job done quite well, easily there. Bremer up the inside of Cubistic. These guys, rivals from Tier 3. Cubistic looking at the pace, but Bremer's going to have the DRS, so he's going to have to slot in behind the Red Bull driver, who is doing a fantastic job here at the moment on those soft tyres. Mike Ping holding on to the back of these guys. He's doing very well so far this season. He's done well just to be there and thereabouts, and then stick it in as Purex is in the pit lane again. We've got a yellow flag for War Machine. As we go to this broadcast camera. There's the gap to the leaders. 10 seconds separate the top 10 at the moment. Oh, sorry. Give that back. But let's see Purex going a lap down already in this race. And effectively, once you go a lap down, that is race over. What I would be doing if I was Oxygen Thief right now is not what he's doing, but he's doing it around the outside. Dutchy going to brake late. Dutchy going to brake too late. Oxy with the switchback. Now on the straight, Dutchy's going to have the DRS. What is these camera angles? What are these camera angles? Whatever. On board with Oxy. Hasn't quite been able to get the job done on Dutchy. Probably try again. If I was Oxy, I would just be looking after the DRS, sitting behind Dutchy, making him use those tyres, but Ozvox has had a crash. Has he been involved with the Ferrari of Notorious? I think there's been a crash. Those two have hit each other, Notorious and Ozvox. I think there's a very high chance of that being the case, and we have the first safety car of this round. Notorious, no front wing, and unfortunately for Purex, has he left the session, or is he just a lap down? Not too sure. Let's quickly check Tier 2. I have reason to believe, I think Ozvox, oh sorry, not Ozvox, Purex has left the session. So, we see the Mercedes safety car, not the Aston Martin here in Austria. And let's check our position changes for the moment. War Machine gonna get a drive through for speeding under safety car. The second one for that driver, and he was very close to a lap down himself, but he's going to be allowed to catch back up now. Crew to come in the pits for the second time already this race. Let's have a look at the status quo for position changes. Dutchy hasn't changed, obviously. He went from pole to starting and leading this race. hope the crackling audio is fixed. If it's not, someone let me know. But looking at position changes, Dutchy holds the lead. Bremer into the pits. Interesting. He's off those soft tyres now, but he's going to drop right to the back, probably behind Fanatical. But Oxy's up 1, JTM up 4, Kubistic and Muckping holding position as well, 4th and 5th. Storm up 2, Crack up 4, Goats for Life up 12. What a brilliant start to this race it's been for the Alpine team principal. Frizy in 9th, a good start from him too, up 6 spots. Urban Growth up 4 in the points, very nice start from him so far. Kodia, 11th, up 1 spot. Paddy Crow 12th, down 3. He's had a bit of a rough start to this race, though this man doesn't get penalties and he stays consistent, so no doubt he'll come back into the throw later on in this race. As I think we're expecting some rain towards the end. Fanatical in 13th, he's held position. But he's got a penalty to serve of 10 seconds, so that's going to be 2 stops at least that he's going to need to serve those on. Then Bremer down 4, he's had a bit of a rough start from P10. Actually, to be fair, he didn't have a rough start at all. He was up in 4th, but he's just pitted. Sorry about that one. Notorious down up 2, even though he was just involved in an incident. Kritakama down in 16th at the moment, holding position, but really not how he would have wanted this race to start. War Machine P17, and very nicely done there indeed. And then Purex, as we know, has left the session, and so we're going to go one more time around behind the safety car. Bit of a shame there, but both Haas's out already in this race, so they're not going to score any points again. It's a real shame for Pinju and his team at Haas. They're having a really shit start to the season. No other way to put it. They are having a rubbish start to this season. And they're really going to want to turn their luck around and even get top 5 in the overall constructors, which could be an interesting little stat to show you guys. I'll go to my overall constructor standings. Let's have a look. Alpine on top, but only by 19 points over Williams, and then Alpha Tauri in 3rd, who are 36 points behind AlphaTauri, and then Red Bull and Mercedes at your top 5. But the battle for 4th is absolutely on. From 4th to 8th, there is a massive battle going on there. Those 5 teams separated by only 40 points, and that's not updated as of Tier 3, as there was a lot of stewards incidents and they haven't been looked at yet, but we are ready to go. Safety car in, but she has control of the field. He's gone. Oxy's sort of gone with him. JTM's done a better job at going with him. Cubistics had to stay back and didn't get past the Purex as much as he wanted to. JTM gets very close to the back of the Red Bull driver there, Oxy, but doesn't manage to get the job done there into turn number 1. Everyone looking to stay pretty calm here. Throughout the field, everyone going to stay alive so far, that is. As we've got Fanatical going right around the outside of Paddy Crow on these hard tyres. They're not the tyres you want to be on. We've got contact between Bremer and Notorious, and Notorious has got damage again on that Ferrari. He's having a shocking start to this Austrian Grand Prix. Dutchy's already nearly pulled a second over. Guys, front crew just had to jump on the brakes to avoid the Ferrari. This could be chaos here in the next couple of corners. I'm going to watch on board with this, as I don't think much is happening up front. So Ferrari's going stupidly defensive. Kruder's got damage. Kruder doesn't have a front wing. Oh dear. The front two have absolutely disappeared. JTM's had a spin. JTM's out, pretty much. He's not out, but he's had a spin. That's rough for him. but damage for Notorious and Krudakama and War Machine, who's serving that drive-through, I assume. Something's happened to JTM. I think he's nearly died at the second last corner, potentially, but let's go back up here. There's a lot going on here. Oh, Kodia! Right up the back of Urban Growth, who goes into the back. This has got to be desync. That's got to have been desync. If that wasn't desync, I don't know what is. That had to have been desync. Otherwise, there's about 5 drivers with wing damage now. Paddy looks to have kept his nose clean through all of that. Oxy has held on to Dutchy, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. We'll come back to that battle later on. Oh, Cordia's off the track through the styrofoam. Purex has joined back. We've got a Haas spinning in the background. That wasn't a Haas. My apologies, that may have been Paddy. I think that was Paddy. I think Paddy may have had a little bit of a spin there. Who's in? Frizy. Is that the only one in after all that carnage? No, Cordia's in as well. So, damage everywhere by the looks of it. JTM's had a crash. Is this going to be a safety car? The clouds are coming in at the moment. What's happened to JTM? Oh, wow, that's quite a big crash. Fanatical's crashed. Final corner. He's lost it. We've got a safety car again. Krudakama's also going to get a penalty. So the driver's really struggling here at the moment at Austria. We've lost 4, technically 5, as Purex is a lap down now because he left. And Alfa Romeo having a shocker, 14th and 15th. Dutchy and Oxy, it'll be interesting to see what they do here. I'm assuming they're all going to stay out because the clouds are coming. The clouds are well and truly coming here now. Interested to see what the Discord has. Goats for life, the championship leader, not happy with some things Crack Lunan is doing. However, the championship leader has gone from last to 4th. And Oxy, Dutchy, Pinju, those guys might have thought, you know what, this is my chance here to really close the gap on the championship leader. Well, no. He's showed up. He has done absolute bits, as Bremer's going to get a 5-second penalty for contact with Purex. So I'm assuming Purex is just cannoned into the back of Bremer. He might be able to get that one removed. We'll have to see. Why don't they just not crash? Well, lightning, if it was that easy, we'd all be, you know what, me, wouldn't we? Mistakes are very easy to make, and some of these drivers less experienced than others. But Dutchy, again, getting the look at the back of that Mercedes safety car. So let's have a look at the warnings for the first few drivers that don't have penalties on. We've got only 6 drivers who have managed to avoid having to pit so far, and with not having to pit so far, they've managed to get into the top 6. Let's have a look. Oh, is that... Let's have a look. Dutchy exceeded track limits. So that'll be 2 warnings there for Dutchy already. He's got 2 warnings for the rest of this race. Oxy hasn't got a single warning. Cubistic has got 1. Goats has got 2. Storm has 2. Urban's got 1. Bremer has 3, assuming one of those is for contact. Macbing has a pen. Crack has 1, and War Machine has 2. How is War Machine sitting in 10th after he served 2 drive-thrus? Mate, what? Oh dear. What is going on? What the fuck is this? What the fuck has just happened? Can someone explain to me what that was? War Machine gonna pit. Sakura has a drive-through. Fries has got 5. Notorious has got 5. Bremer's got 5. And Nutmeg has 3. Wonder what happened just there. So, the safety car is in this lap. Lights are out. It's actually going quite slowly as Dutchy's only about that 100k mark. With this long of safety car breaks, we could very, very well see. So Purex is only an 8 lap behind on 2, so that's good to know. But, what was I saying? I'm not gonna lie. Oh, Dutchy's gone. He's caught Oxy. He's probably caught everyone out. Oh, Storm has gone absolutely nowhere on that restart. Everyone's been caught out by Dutchy's early go. And he's absolutely gone. Got a Haas. Haas gone. No front wing on Purex. He's joined back and immediately bended. But Oxy managing to claw back that deficit he did get on the restart. The top 4 very close here. Goats will be looking to overtake Kubistic, and it'll be a top 3 in the championship, scrapping at the front. Bremer gets a 3-second time penalty. We knew he had 2 warnings. It was only a matter of time, you would have thought. Stormharder went absolutely nowhere on the restart we saw on the mini-map, and as that is the second half behind Goats. Evan pushing at the back of that McLaren. Bremer also right there in P7. Crackboom, the only one around him with no pens. Crew to Karma's going to have to serve that drive-through. Looks to be putting some pressure on the Haas as Purex. Oh! Cruder's had a big one! Cruder, no front wing, and we have another safety car because Purex has decided to DNF on the track. That's not on. Don't care how mad you are, you don't DNF on track. I'm very interested. So Dutchy going to continue to look at this, the back of the safety car. gonna lie, Kruder has just been saved by that. That's notorious. Something's happened to Notorious. I think he's just spun on the safety car. Alright, safety car in this lap, ladies and gents. Sorry about the lack of commentary. There's not a whole lot been going on in this race. Alright, where does Dodgy go? He goes at the exit of the final corner. That was very easily predictable. The rain is falling here in Austria, halfway through this Grand Prix now. We've got a Ferrari. Is that both Ferraris in the pits? Crack Clunan and Notorious. Oh dear. Oh dear. Someone's gone. Kubistic, he's gone! Kubistic spun, ladies and gents, from third. He's had a spin at the first corner and he's done. Back in 13th. Oh, what a shame as the rain begins to fall. In Austria. Dodgy continuing to control this one. But Oxy has just been able to maintain that gap to Dutchy the whole time. It's been very impressive to see. Stroker says no. Not really sure why, but he says no. Oh, probably because Kubistic spun. He's an Aston Martin driver. Yeah, it's a shame, Stroke. Anyway, for fuck's sake. What's this one for? Well, everyone's pitted apart from Storm. Bremer's not in, Codier's not in. What is Kruder doing? Oh my god, what have I just watched? Are you fucking serious? Yes. Have that. Are you serious? What was that? I've never seen a more stupid thing in my life, and he's put softs on. Urban's put softs on. Codier, Bremer, and Storm didn't stop. I have never seen a more ludicrous thing in my life. To be honest. And if that held Paddy Crow, holy fuck, I think I would have lost my shit. Anyway, safety car's out again. I have never seen a stupider thing in my life. But the rain is well and truly falling now. Cruder is now pit for the right tyre. Storm is pit. And please tell me that Cottier hasn't stayed on the softs. Oh, and the safety car's coming in and Cottier is on the softs. Everyone but Cottier is on the softs. Oh, Urban's on the softs too. Well, ladies and gents, I know what this is what's about to happen. Cottier and Urban are going to pit. And they're going to go to last by 20 seconds. It's just going to happen. If Cottier doesn't pit, he's done a major fool. I'm not going to lie. But we shall see. Cottier should come straight into the pits. He doesn't. He's staying out. I wouldn't be surprised if him or Urban crash. Urban has opted to stay out. It is well and truly intermediate conditions here in Austria. We've seen rain in every race so far this weekend. Oh, God's sake. And Crude has just been disqualified for ignoring the drive-through penalty. Oh dear. Anyway, moving right along, Cottier is actually faster. It is not intermediate conditions unless Dutchie is just too fucking slow. I'm not sure. Notorious all over the back of the Williams. Mukbing here. 14 drivers remain. Notorious! Careful there, matey. Cottier's out. He spun. I told you he would. Please, no. No. Cottier has spun onto the middle of the track. Please, no safety car. Please. No, 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 no. It looks like we're okay. Hutto's got a 3 second. Notorious has also got a 3 sec. Urban's in the pits. No safety car. Massive crash. Crew to the GOAT of Tier 2. It's your boy. He's doing very well, I'll give him that. He's dropped to 5th. Paddy Croft to 4th. He's doing very well at the moment in the wet. Crack Boonen is falling off the top 3. We've got an incident at the back. War Machine. He's lost the car in the wet. He's really struggling here to get the power down. Urban Growth has just pitted off the softs onto mediums when it's raining. Crew to the GOAT. I don't know why I just said GOAT. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, Crew has done really well first race, TSQ. And by the way, our two Tier 3 drivers, Tier 1 drivers, 19th and 20th. But Dutchie looks to be controlling OCE at the moment. It's very, very difficult to overtake in the wet at any track in these F1 cars. The assistance of DRS is so useful here, and without it, you have to be much faster than the driver ahead to get past. So the field begins to spread out a little more than we maybe would like. Notorious putting pressure on exit Bremer. 07 now. Basically, if 3 more people crash in the next 13 laps, all you have to— oh, bang! Notorious into the back of Bremer. That's wing damage again for the Ferrari driver. Oh dear, his race is not going well, is it? It is not going well at all. Dutchie continues to lead out front. Crack Blunen is maybe holding Paddy and Goats up, I'm not too sure. They don't really look too quick here in the rain. I don't think Goats likes the rain. Could be wrong though. Fries are touching that inside curve. That's very scary. but everyone seeming to be falling off the battle for the lead of Dutchy and Oxy. Ghosts look to be under pressure here from Frizy, who's looking very good at the moment. Only one braking board left at turn 3, the 100-metre board. Frizy stacking on the pressure unit. Tori Synnöven in the pits again. It's been a shocker for them. And the reason they're still within a chance and on the lean lap is because we've had 3 safety cars already. From 8th to 12th, all have penalties here. Frizy going to get a penalty as well as Crack. But he doesn't look to have the pace here at the moment. He looks good at the restart, but he's just dropped off a little bit here. He's going to want to start closing that gap back up to Crack Blunen in the Ferrari. 19 Buddy Legends in here as well. Victoria's going to go ahead and get a 3-second. Adding to his penalty count at the moment. The battle we really should be watching here, well, it's kind of Dutchy and Oxy, but they seem to just be sitting together. Dutchy hasn't even touched his ERS. Oxy's been using his. Crack looks to be falling into the clutches of Paddy and the likes of the blokes behind. Could be a very interesting battle for third here between Crack all the way down to Kabistic. And you know what would be scenes, ladies and gentlemen? Dutchy and Oxygen Thief, both owners taking each other out. Mate, wouldn't that be scenes? I want to see it. Just quietly. You know how everyone always goes, well, if Lewis and Max crash, you know, like we had in Monza. I think genuinely anyone in this race could win if Dutchy and Oxy crash. Obviously these two won't want that to happen. Dutchy has... Okay, there we go. He's finally using some ERS as Oxy begins to get close. Oh, very close to the back of the Aston Martin there is Oxy. These guys both on pad. Nothing seems to be going on behind, so let's watch this battle for now. Oxy going to shape to the outside, go to the inside. No, Dutchy drives in the middle. This guy is one of the hardest drivers to overtake in this league. He doesn't do it dirtily most of the time, unless we're talking about Azerbaijan. At turn number 5. But, Dutch, if you watch that back, it's a joke. But, yeah, normally a very, very, very clean driver, but makes it very hard to overtake. However, if you're faster, he won't just swipe you, he'll push you and, you know, it won't push you off the track, but he'll put a lot of pressure on you to make sure you are faster and can get past. But it's all done in a very, very safe manner. As Paddy Crowe is now closing on Crack Blunen. Could be only a couple laps away from a potential overtake there for the Alfa Romeo driver to get himself on the podium. Oxy is closer than he's been yet. We're going to have a move for the lead. Come on, Cav, give me a camera angle. The Red Bull around the outside. It's a better spot to be. He's going to go for the undercut again. Dutchy parks it on the Apex V8 Supercar style. These guys going at it. Oxy looks to have it, but around the outside down here is never easy to do. Dutchy late on the brakes. He does it again, parks it, but he's got a bad exit. This could be the lead for Oxygen Thief. He's got it done. Well done, lads. Beautiful racing here from Oxygen Thief, and Dutchy and Oxygen Thief leads for the second time in 2 rounds. He won last time out. Dutchy is going to drop down to P2. But for how long? Nothing really seems to be happening at the moment at the back. We're all just sitting one behind the other. So we're going to continue to watch this battle. And why not? It's the battle for the lead of the Grand Prix. Dutchy with about 12% more ERS. Using a lot of it. Oxy hasn't touched his reserve on this straight. Is that a bad idea? Maybe. Let's have a look. Oxy around the outside of the Alex Albon wannabe, and Dutchy won't get it this time, but Oxy needs to start using that ARS. Dutchy's only down to 40% now. Up the inside, surely not. Oxy being very friendly with the Dutchman there. Oxy has the inside though, and you'd think that may be it for this lap. 7 to go next, or 8 to go next time past, and this race is getting exciting, ladies and gentlemen. We've got Oxygen Thief 23 and Dutchy battling out for the lead, and if these guys continue this run of form, the next 3 guys, Crack, Paddy and Goats, could see themselves well and truly in this battle. Now I would like to use broadcast camera the whole time, except sometimes you're halfway through a battle and it just doesn't change camera angles, so watching on board is much easier, unfortunately, guys. Can Dutchy send it up the inside? He's going to opt out of that option. I'm just going to quickly look who's got the fast lap. Oxy does. And I don't see us going back to dry conditions, so that could be a definite fastest lap there for Oxygen Thief, which could be crucial. A crucial 1 point there. Let's have a quick look at the battle gap to the leader from everyone. Urban very close to a lap down now. Notorious also not doing too well. We've had a lot of green flag running now, which is very nice and exactly what we want to see here. The battle for third is on between Crack, Paddy and Goats. Though Crack has got that penalty, so we know Paddy isn't overly good at getting pens. And Goats has done well so far this season, so this could be back-to-back fourths for Goats. Meanwhile, his championship leader continues to... The championship challenger continues to lead the Austrian Grand Prix. Dutchy looks to have lost a little bit of touch here on this lap. The gap is nearly a second now. The gap is now a second. Oxy looking to pull the gap. He's got more ARS now too. Crack Lunan has nearly a full bar of ARS. Goats looking to close up to Paddy Crow. As Crack hasn't needed to use his ARS so far. Well, really. Someone taking out that board? No, they haven't. Okay, I was going to say, if someone's taking out that board, then we're all screwed, because that's the board you really need at that braking zone. But this battle for third is heating up here. Paddy Crow letting Crack Luna know he's there. Getting in his mirrors. Pushing him around. The Alfa Romeo driver didn't look too good after the first 15 or so laps. Crack looks to be lagging like a son of a gun. Dutchy's fallen off Oxygen Thief here. He's started to pull away, which is exactly what he's going to want. The Red Bull team principal is doing a splendid job at the moment. Goats going a bit deep into turn 1. Can Paddy start mounting an attack on Crack Balloon to try and get past him? Maybe even start challenging Dutchy, who looks to be struggling a little bit at the moment. Those two basically even on points. And Paddy is closer than he's been all race. Next lap could be the lap for Paddy Crow to see himself onto the podium for, I think, the first time this season. Let me just quickly check. Driver standings, come on, give it me. Paddy Crow. No, he got a podium at Monaco, but since has had some poor runs. Only 7 points since that in the 3 rounds. So we're looking to make dividends here. 4 laps to go, ladies and gentlemen. And it's Paddy putting pressure on Crack. Dutchy's falling off. Oxygen Thief, who is obviously the faster driver in the wet. Paddy doesn't look to be getting any closer. but Bremer going to get another penalty. But there's a big gap back to War Machine, so we should be okay there. So that is probably a good thing we can check at the moment here. Penalty 6 on Crack, so that is going to really harm him when it comes to the end of the race if nothing changes. Frizy with 3, Storm with 3, Muckpink with 3, Bremer with 6, War Machine with 3, Notorious with 6, and Urban Growth with none. But Oxy continuing to control the pace. He's nearly put Urban Growth a lap down now. Urban's going to need a safety car right now to get him back even close to in this race, and he may very well be retiring the car now as he brings it into the pits. Dutchy falling off the pace. Paddy Crow is all over these guys. We're going to watch these guys for the rest of the race. Storm and Muckpink are very close to each other too, but this battle is more important. And yes, as expected, Urban Growth brings it into the pits to retire the car. Nearly a lap down, and he wasn't going to benefit from a safety car, so that is race over for Urban Growth. 12 drivers remain here in Austria, and Paddy Crow is looking to take P3. He's very late under brakes. Do they make the corner? Paddy Crow is pushing Crack. There's contact. Paddy Crow spun. Frizy's out, and it's carnage. Goats has got 3rd. Paddy's down 8th. Frizy's out. Crack has managed to hold 4th somehow. No safety car. We're going to the flag. Has he got damage? No, he's just got very bad tyre temps, I'm assuming. Oh dear. So Paddy Crow looking to get his first podium in 3 rounds. And I have fully jinxed him there. Dutchy gets a 3-second time penalty. Goats could be looking to benefit off that. He had 2 warnings since the very start of the race. And now Crack could be staring down the barrel of a penalty from the stewards. 11 drivers remain. Basically, all you have to do, unless you're Notorious, is finish the race and you'll be getting a point. Notorious will be hoping someone else can have a bit of a spinala or a bit of a crash, and he can benefit from that. Paddy Crow will be absolutely fuming in that Alfa Romeo at the moment. However, the guys in front, what are the penalties for them? 3 seconds on both of them, so we'll be looking to catch up to them and just get P6 if he can. That'll be 8 points. That'll be not really what he was aiming for. He finally went for a move on Crack and it didn't work out. Crack looks to be struggling now. Could have some side pod damage from that contact with Paddy. Frizy, I think, may have been tangled up in that. Kubistic now looking to put pressure on Crack Balloon, and Kubistic could be on for P4 here. He's doing an absolutely awesome job as a reserve at the moment. Kubistic, he's, I believe, leading the reserve championship. Let me just double check that for you. Oh no, he's not. But if he finishes in 4th, he'll be equal leading the championship. But I suppose that doesn't really matter, ladies and gentlemen. 2 to go. Oxy leading from Dutchy from Goats. The top 3 in the championship are currently on to be top 3 in this race. It's in a very different order, but it's exactly what Oxygen would have wanted. He would have wanted, to be honest, Oxygen would have wanted Paddy Crow to make that move stick on Crack and not end in drama and contact, but it did. Crack Luna now under some immense pressure from Kubistic Funky, who will get the position on Crack if he doesn't do something like that. Storm, can he benefit from this mistake from Kubistic? He's going to go up the inside. Muckpink. This. Oh, there's contact! Kubistic and Storm are gone! Paddy Crow's going to come through for P6. Storm and Kubistic have major contact. Storm has no front wing. Kubistic has got a front wing. Oh dear, Bremer's going to come through. He's going to take P8, maybe even P7 if Kubistic does have some damage on that Aston Martin. Crack Blunen has gone away now. What are the penalties? Muckpink could be P4 now for Williams. Paddy Crowe could all of a sudden be looking at P4 again. Maybe. Maybe just. Come on, Paddy. A good lap from you, mate. Gets you there. Now Dutchy getting the job done on Notorious, who is a lap down now. And contact again in this race for the battle for... Well, that was the battle for 4th, but you know what? Close enough. Oxygen Thief has looked so good as soon as the rain came here in Austria, and he's managed to hold off, overtake and hold off Dutchy, who has looked good this season. It's not going to be good enough. 1 corner to go for Oxygen Thief. Keep it within the lines. DRS enabled on the last lap. Oxygen Thief is your race winner again in Tier 2. Goats for life. The championship leader will come home in 3rd. Now the battle for 4th. Who is going to finish 4th is the question. Paddy Crowe's going to need a good final couple of corners. What can he do? Crack comes home in 4th. Mike Pingle will take 4th. But will Paddy Crowe take 4th? Yes, he will! Paddy Crowe takes 4th in the Austrian Grand Prix. In the end, a very good result for him. He comes back from contact with Cubistic. Bremer in the Red Bull doing an awesome job. The Tier 3 driver getting 8th. Storm Hutto going to have no front wing. He's going to bring it home in P9. War Machine P10. And grabbing a singular point. Oxygen Thief going back to back here, France and now Austria. Before the week's break, this is exactly the momentum he's going to want. And that is a beautiful way to end the first quarter of the season. Obviously, our season is a 4-part season. We've got 3 different breaks. We've got the week break next week, which is probably should have happened this week, maybe, for the long weekend. And then we have another long stint until Bathurst, and then a 2-week sprint. Oh, sorry, I've just skipped the podium celebrations. Apologies there. That's old habits. But the race winner, Oxygen Thief again. But yeah, 4-part season. Oxygen Thief, your race winner. And the fastest lap, taking a maximum point stance again, gaining 11 points on Goats for Life, and the championship lead will be as thin as 3 points. Dutchy P2 with a good result there in the end. Didn't quite have the pace in the wet, and that's only going to be good enough for P2. Goats for Life P3, a nice race from him in the end, coming from 20th to 3rd, and a brilliant result. Paddy Crowe 4th after being spun around by Crack Bloonin. He's going to come back and finish 4th after contact with Cubistic and Crack Bloonin. Speaking of Crack Bloonin, he's 6th and Cubistic 7th. Bremer 8th in the Red Bull, an awesome job from him. Hutto 9th, War Machine 10th, a good job from him. Just staying in the race the whole time. Notorious unfortunately going to miss out there. P11, Frizy P12, Urban Growth 13th, Cordia 14th, Purex 15th, Fanatical 16th, JDM 17th, Ozvox 18th, and then Pinju and Kruder, the 2 T1 drivers, not finishing the race. Now let me get these boys into the party. Paddy Crowe into the party. Dutchy. Oh, no, not Paddy Crowe. Whoops. Goats. And Oxy. Sorry, Paddy. Oh, whoops. Oh, dear. Alright, so your race winner's in here. Goats is also in here. And just waiting on Dutchy. Boys, remember, include that audio. As we see again, ladies and gentlemen, the top 3 showing their true form. Even with Tier 1 drivers in here failing to perform. Not even lasting half the race. Unfortunately, Kruder was given a disqualification because the game doesn't like him very much, but shit happens, I guess. Just waiting for the game to do its thing and load, taking 10 years. Showroom, F1 2021, the Alpine. Oh, come on. There we go. Alright, we're going to start with Goats for Life, ladies and gentlemen. Just remember to include your audio, boys. Mate, what a race from you. P20 to P3. You got or not really lucky, but gifted P3 after contact with Paddy and not Cubistic, Crack. So that gifted you P3. Just give us a rundown of your race and how you feel it went.
Yeah, well, obviously can't be sad about P3 from P20. So in that term, went pretty well. I just kind of stayed out of contact most of the race and just kept my head down and just grabbed positions where I could from other people's faults. And yeah, I couldn't really catch the front two. Oxy's pretty quick in the wet, and Dutchy's pretty quick anyway, so just kept my head down, and yeah.
Yeah, fantastic result from you. You're going to hold the championship lead, but it shrinks significantly again. Are you worried about that at this part of the season, or are you just focusing on some good results and then worry about that later on?
Just trying to get good results here and there. If I can get wins, I'll get them wherever I can. But it's just hard to try and catch Dutchy and Oxy, obviously. We're fairly even on pace, it's just in the wet is pretty quick.
Yeah, Oxy dominating there. And some tensions maybe between the top three building in the championship. Thank you very much, Goats, and congratulations there, last to third.
Cheers.
An awesome effort from you. Now, Dutchy P2. Third in the championship. You're going to hold that. You're going to extend it over the guy in fourth, which I don't actually know who it is. Mark Pink, that's the one. Thanks, Dutchy. Don't need your help. But yeah, good race from you until the rain came, really, and then just lacking a little bit of pace. Just give us your rundown.
Yeah, Inters weren't feeling too good, to be fair. I know Oxy, this is his favourite track, and he's absolutely nuts in the rain, so I knew I probably wouldn't be able to hold him out for too long, but that nice little battle in between, like 22 and 30 or whatever, or 26 or whatever, before he started gaining. But I really enjoyed that race. Turns out that I'm not invincible, so maybe tier 2 is where it's at, you know. But I guess we'll see with a couple more races to come. Obviously, P2 isn't too bad.
Isn't too bad.
Isn't too bad. It isn't too bad. It isn't too bad. It's not what I wanted to, because I want to catch the guys in front, obviously, and get into that championship battle a little bit more. But
well, yeah, you will slightly gain on those two ahead.
Yeah.
Obviously, Oxy does a great job at gaining today, getting maximum points. But yeah, you will gain on those two, and the gap between the top three will close down. Speaking of the championship, is that what you're thinking about at this point of the season? Only 7 rounds in, still 16 rounds to go, which is fucking crazy to say, to be honest.
But well, like what happened last season, anything can happen. I was well in front in F2, and then Korg decided, nah, I'm going to win races from now on. And just consistency got him, and I only ended up winning the championship by like 2 points, so anything can happen. So obviously my main goal is to win the championship, otherwise I wouldn't be racing. Yeah, I don't know what else to say really.
Yeah, fair enough. A good race from you in the end, P2, and I'm sure we'll see you up top again very shortly. Congratulations. And Oxy, back to back, France and now Austria. Mate, you look unstoppable here going into the week break. You're taking some massive momentum, and the gap to the championship before stewards or anything, I believe, is only 3 points now. So, how are you feeling?
Yeah, not bad. Not bad. I felt pretty comfortable all race actually. Yeah. The wet, I love the wet. So I never seen as the rain had been my best opportunity to try and pass Dutchy, and thankfully he's a clean driver. We can go wheel to wheel for about, I don't know, nearly 10 laps probably.
Yeah, it was a very solid battle. It was about the only thing happening on track there at the moment at that time. But you managed to just sit behind him the majority of that dry stint before anything really happened with the rain. He got you a couple times on the safety car restart. You were able to close that back down and then get the DRS. And yeah, went early sometimes, went late sometimes, but yeah, it was messing around with you a little bit. But in the end, you just had the pace
Yeah, no, it was good. Yeah, pretty happy got back a win. No, I actually forgot that I won in France, so... Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, it's
Got
a bit
past
like
that,
that
so-
when you're on a run like this.
Yeah, well, I hate Silverstone, so I don't think it was the repeat there, but you never know. Something weird
Yeah,
might
well,
happen. It's happened before.
you've got the momentum going into Silverstone on the week break. You get a bit of a breather now. Everyone gets a rest and recalibrate and look at how the start of their season has gone, whether it's good or bad, and where they can improve. As you know, you can always improve in racing.
Of course.
But it's very promising to see the standings so close after the first 7 rounds before our first break. I just like to say congratulations to our top 3 as they continue to battle for the championship. 7 rounds in, and I forgot to change the teams, and we've just been watching the Alpine the whole time. I apologise. Whoops. Oh, that's funny as. Obviously Dutchy in the Aston, and then Oxy in the Red Bull. Sorry. Completely forgot about that. Anyway, yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, our final race before the week break is going to be next time, tomorrow, at round number 7 for Austria again, but that'll be for Tier 1. Be interesting to see what goes down there. We've seen a lot of retirements, apart from Tier 2, which happened to be the cleanest thing I've ever been a part of, I think. Apart from a few push and shoves, but otherwise it was very clean racing, no one crashing out or anything. It was very nice, no safety cars either. But
What?
lots of retirements in F1. Tier 3 and Tier 2. Tier 3 and Tier 2. Lots of retirements, lots of penalties, and lots of safety cars. Will we see it again in Tier 1? Well, to find out, you have to tune in tomorrow, 5 PM Australian Eastern Standard Time. Mitchie will be there again, as we know. Probably one of the best commentators I've ever had the pleasure of being around, and really good at his job. So, with that, the week break after that, and then obviously we'll be back as normal schedule for basically the second half of the season, technically. Sort of. Second half of the first half of the season. Second quarter of the season. I can't English. Alright. So, till tomorrow. We'll catch you later.